Any other questions? Does anybody want to see this?
Can I offer comment, Jim? You heard from the developer.
Sure.
Thanks. There's a simple solution to that. I agree with Mr. Bullock. It makes it hard for them to develop, but it also protects the abutters' private property rights. The developers are consistently asking for neighboring non-participating property to be used as a mitigation zone for the impacts of their turbines without compensation. That's not fair. So in order to involve that non-participant, offer them a waiver. They can sign a waiver, apparently after some financial negotiation with the developer, and if the neighboring non-participants are willing to sign that waiver, like we offered in Riga, that parcel remains absolutely developable, but it protects the abutter's property from being used as a free nuisance easement zone, which is what they're always asking for. If we can't get one parcel signed up, if we can't get two parcels signed up, we still want to be able to put 40, 50, 60 dBA of sound off it. We still want to be able to build near the property line, taking away that person's buildable rights on the abutting parcel. That's not fair either. So just make it subject to a waiver and both sides are protected. I know you wanted an impact fee to compensate everybody within a half mile. By creating that waiver scenario, it would compel the developer to negotiate with each abutter in a very fair fashion the free market value of what each person is willing to give up their rights for. That's fair to everybody, and it doesn't just disadvantage the non-participants at the benefit of the participants.
Thanks.
Can I share something with you?
No, that's it. Thank you.
I can speak about this thing.
So we're down to number 2.
What's that?
We're down to number 2,
We're looking at, we
Setback
had
to property.
originally had it at 1.5. We voted down 3 last week. So, what do we want?
well, set at 1.5, just somebody makes a motion and we'll vote on it.
I think I told, when we retyped this, I told her to scratch it so that there wasn't,
No, as of right now, it's 1.5.
I think right now it might be at 1.5, but
Yeah.
I didn't want to confuse anybody that it was because of 13.
Are you looking for a motion, Jim?
I'm looking for a motion.
I move that under item 5.3B, item 2, regarding property setbacks, that we change the language to shall be a setback distance of equal to 2 times the total height and 2 times in the remaining end of that paragraph.
Support.
Discussion. Frank?
Yes.
How could you, I don't know if this is the right time to ask this, how would you, if you were gonna put some sort of waiver language in here, how would that sound?
We want to include that waiver language in that paragraph 2. To provide a waiver process.
You think we should have any waiver?
That's your call, that's not my, I'm the lawyer on this, I'm gonna.
Would it make it any better or worse?
It's not gonna affect the enforceability of it all, no, I don't think so, Jim.
Okay. Any other?
We waived the personal property, the people that own the property, we waived them to people if they wanted to. Why couldn't we make this a little higher and then give them a waiver for the neighbors? That just don't totally eliminate it, there's always that possibility. Trying to be as fair as we can to everybody.
Any other comment? We have to, we have a motion on the table, so. Okay, then, any other discussion? Okay, motion on the table is 2 times?
Yes.
On
In
both?
number 2.
Okay. Go ahead, Linda.
Jim,
Yes?
Brenda, yes. Deb,
Yes.
Bob,
No.
Harry,
No.
Dale,
Yes.
Ken,
Yes.
Motion passed. Public roads. I don't know if, I think we voted 2. Do you want to leave it 2?
I think 2's fair, if you're gonna leave it that close to the property line. It's the same thing, road right away versus property line.
I agree.
Can I be a motion?
It's already a 2 though, right?
Right, I think it's already 2.
Yeah. You need a motion then?
I don't think so. I think I put
If
the
somebody wants to change, make a motion.
Basically, we thought about this all weekend. And that's why I put some blanks in here, because I don't want you guys, or anybody to think that we're not listening. All right, so, just to be on the,
Look at our 223 goal, we're just not there.
23 is still there. Okay. We can, does anybody want to go back and look at 223?
The motion did just accept what we've already did.
Right, we've already done it.
I just moved to do number 3 as it has been, as written.
All in favor? Say aye. No, sorry.
Motion
Second.
to leave.
Motion, Bob, did you second it, Ken?
Second.
Discussion?
uh, 5.3, 5B.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion passed. Do you think we need to explain why we did 4 times for 223?
You mean why we did it? You mean an explanation in here?
No, I mean an explanation to the public.
Oh, to the public, I don't care. I'll tell them what I thought, that's why I did it.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, in the master plan, if anybody's interested, the master plan says that what we have to do is, in the future, 5 years down the road, or 10 years, is look for something. So the master plan has been in place before this to come up. So I think that leaving the main corridor 223, which was not intended to be, there's no real distance because these wind farms will not be right here in Belmar itself. But to make everything equal, the main corridor was set aside and talked about if we wanted to have in the industry, that would be where our area would be in the future. So to keep that open, my suggestion was to make the distance at 223 larger. So that's why we come up with 4 times the distance to give the setback on 223, because that's where your main corridor will be, and that's probably like any other time down the road, and we probably will never see it, that maybe this will be another Detroit, where you can go from one city to the next and never see it, you know, where the limits are. But that's basically why I suggested that, so. Yeah.
a lot of the property is at least 300 feet deep. So it's taking from the right of way, not from the property line, from the right of way. And then, again, if they were gonna put a big parking lot or something like that, then there's plenty of room. Okay, page 12. D, noise, we've cleaned up the language just a little bit. Dwelling unit, property property parcel, inhabited structure. I'll entertain a motion to accept the change on page 12 in section D, noise, paragraph 1.
Said.
I guess I made the motion. And discussion?
And
Ken,
Ken.
Discussion? Looks good. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. So, yeah, almost done. Okay. We have two app signal interference ones to look at. Do we have any discussion over those two?
The 10% was added.
That is something we can vote on if we want. The reason there is this minimum reduction is single strength of 10%. From what I'm being told is they are Channel 40 wants a study, and they want this study to be 100% accurate, and there are differences in the signals at certain times of the day or certain weather conditions. We know that with our cell phones, is that we can be using our cell phone and everything disappears while we're talking. We have 3 bars, everything disappears. So that's why that is a difference of opinion between WLMB and the wind company as far as whether this signal can be measured that accurately in a study. And so the 10% will give a margin of error in favor of the wind company. If you don't want to be involved in that, or if you don't want to not be involved, if you don't want to deal with that, you could go to F.
Jim, what would be the definition of signal degradation or something?
that's where it would